Welcome back.
NicknLex here.
Hey, everyone.
How's it going? So tonight.
Woo! Tonight, I am at the helm today. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to... Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. I'm going to tell you what to do. No, I'm going to be presenting our next choice. I'm still a little bit stuffy, by the way.
You sound great.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel like I've got like, okay, we're going to be doing Scott Anderson's Dan request for this month. As a Dan member on Patreon, he and our other Dan members get to choose one guaranteed song request per month that we're going to react to. And today he chose a really great song. It's a STEELY Dan song called Pretzel Logic. We've done this song before. But this is going to be the live version from the album New York Rock and Soul Review. This is Donald at the helm with Michael.
Oh, Michael McDonald. All right.
Yes. So he explained to me a little bit about how the song is. I tried to find the album and I couldn't find the album per se on Spotify. So we're going to listen to a little tiny piece that comes right before the song. It's really just Donald talking a little bit, so it might be good to hear.
I don't mind Donald talking.
And then I'll play the song itself, which is on YouTube.
Okay. So the qualities might vary a little bit.
Right.
But hey,
exactly. So thank you so much, Scott. Thank you all for watching this. If you're Dan fans, we have a long, long history of Steely Dan on the channel. Our discovery
from not knowing them at all to being super fans.
To being literal super fans and traveling across the country to go see them. So,
yes.
Or Donald. Okay, here we go. This is just a little something, okay?
So Mike McDonald and I used to be in the same band for a while. And we used to do this tune on the road just like this, with Mike singing the stop time at the end. It goes like this.
Okay, so that was just a little intro that he wanted us to get. This song, People Got to Be Free, is the song that comes right before this.
And this is not on... So this song that we're about to listen to on YouTube is not on Spotify?
Right.
Why?
Okay.
Oh, Spotify.
Let's do it.
Spotify, yeah. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Oof.
Yeah.
I would love to tour the Southland in a traveling minstrel show. I would love to tour the Southland in a traveling minstrel show. 'Cause I'm dying to be a star, make them laugh, sound just like a record on a phonograph. Those days are gone forever, over a long time ago.
Oh, wow. Interesting here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They changed it
Yeah.
because it's so high.
I've never met Napoleon, but I plan to find the time, find the time.
Yeah.
I have never met Napoleon, but I plan to find the time,
Very nice.
find the time.
Donald here.
'Cause he looks so fine upon that hill. They tell me he was lonely, he's lonely still. Those days are gone forever, over a long time ago.
There's Michael.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Beautiful solo.
Well, I stepped up on a platform. The man
Michael.
gave me the news. He said, "You must be joking. Where did you get those shoes, boy? Ha, where did you get those shoes? Yeah, yeah."
Wow.
I seen them on the TV, the movie show. They said the times are changing, but I just don't know. These things are gone forever, over a long time ago.
Amazing. Wow.
Thank you. We'll see you next year. Thanks and good night.
So
Donald Fagen
Yeah.
and Michael McDonald. Amazing. Like these two, like they could be singing out of. I don't know what the song was about, honestly, because it's so musically rich that I mean I do remember the song, of course, Pretzel Logic, but they could be saying about anything, and I would listen to it because it's just so good.
yeah, I feel like their lyrics of Steely Dan in general are known for being very quirky and out there, but there's still so much more to the music without the lyrics. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. What a groove. Everyone was doing like awesome things, the backup vocals, the way that they would play with the keys, and just like you said, the way that they would all go kind of higher.
Yeah, and that when they did ba 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 da ba, they changed that a little bit, like, but it works. What I love about Steely Dan, and I it's so funny that he said, "Oh, we used to be in a band together." Like he didn't even say Steely Dan because everybody knows. I love that, but it's so cool that the music of Steely Dan is almost like built to build upon. Like you can take any song of Steely Dan and just make it play on top of it, jazz it up, and it's gonna sound even better. Maybe not better than the recording because it's live, but for it being a live recording, this sounded amazing.
Yes.
But just the structure of a Steely Dan song, there's so much work done. The foundation of the song is already so
Strong.
high and strong that if you build on top, it just sounds better. And like the guitar player, the solo was totally different from the original, like live, from the original recording, but it worked, and the guy was jazzing it up and he was shredding, but it works because the chords work to be worked upon.
Yes.
They work for like to make it better. That's what I like about Steely Dan, that this music has a foundation of jazz. Even the early stuff that doesn't sound like Asia or Gaucho or stuff, it doesn't sound as jazzy, but the foundation is there to make it sound
Absolutely.
as such. And that's the perfect example with Pretzel Logic.
I think it's a great point that you're making, and you're totally right. Like, if you have a strong song it doesn't matter if you change it or alter it a little bit because it can only add.
Yeah, you can only make it sound better.
I like that.
And I think that's what they did. And Michael McDonald here, I love that he took over that verse by himself completely to show what a strong voice he has compared to Donald. And I love Donald is not a singer
per se,
but he's such an iconic voice that it's just like so. It's such a pleasure to listen to him. But when you put him against Michael McDonald, obviously he's not like
the strongest vocal.
Yeah, but it works for the music. But then when Michael took over by himself, it's like, whoa, who is this? You know, because Michael is such he has such an amazing voice, and for the Doobie, it worked. It worked for Steely Dan. It worked for, 80
everything
other
else
different
that he was in.
Bands that he was in. He was like, I think, the most recorded artist in the 70s and 80s as a vocalist in the back. It's like, oh my God,
he's
Michael
in
McDonald.
Everything. I remember when we first discovered him, we're like, that's the same guy.
Yeah, but it's like wonderful because if you got Michael to sing in your song, it made it instantly better.
Absolutely.
And I think Steely Dan really took... from the first song that we ever listened to, Peg, he was in there, in the background, the Peg, like just to do that. He's such an accomplished, musician. Yeah. We had the pleasure of seeing Donald live, and we had the pleasure of seeing the Doobies live, and with Michael McDonald. Oh my God. He was so fantastic, even though there was some friction there that night.
I think those are our interpretation.
Maybe, yeah. But it was amazing. But thank you again, Scott, for for playing this to us. I know how much you love Steely Dan and also Walter Becker, and everyone involved. So this was fantastic.
I really enjoyed this. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, everyone, for sharing this with us. Let us know your thoughts. Had you heard this version from the New York Rock and Soul Review? Let us know what you think about anything at all. We love to read you guys. We love to learn from you guys. If you have any trivia, if you haven't already, please like the video. Please subscribe. It really helps us, and we would love to see you all in the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.